Hey guys, welcome to another video for Rafael or Rafael in, that is the lovely Redmi K20 Pro, one of the best phones I have in the house. I really love this phone, to be very honest, apart from everything else. And with this device being amazing, it has amazing custom ROM development and superb following. That brings us to today's topic, Evolution X making some huge changes, moving to OSS vendor and then releasing a second build for which you see the changelog on the screen. We will talk about the initial impressions. I've been using it for a day. I kind of like it. Let's see where it goes for you. But before we get into all of that, if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified every time I upload a video. At the same time, please subscribe to our brand new gaming channel, PhoneOps Gaming, where we are going to stream every single day gaming tests, FPS tests and whatnot. Last but not the least, if you think the hard work is worth the effort, please click on the join button and support the channel. Now without further ado, hello awesome people, welcome to PhoneOps. My name is Kailash. Let's get going. Alright, so right off the bat, we will start with the changelog. Now the first major changelog which is not mentioned over here is that Evolution X is no longer based on MIUI vendor. It is based on OSS vendor. Now what does that mean? It means that it might have a few more bugs or few less, you never really know, but the builds will be much more smoother and much more better. I'm not saying MIUI vendor, AOSP ROMs are not smooth and stuff, but I kind of like the OSS vendor ROMs. So let's have a look at the changelog. So it clearly states over here, this build uses OSS kernel and vendor, okay? For unencrypted users, don't forget to flash DFE zip after the ROM to ensure it boots. Now, device side changelog, build Moto Dolby version 3, build vendor QT hardware, BT configure store from source, remove music effects, remove this, switch to Soviet kernel. So we are using a different kernel apart from Immensity this time. We are using the Soviet kernel. So this is my first experience on Soviet kernel. Stay tuned because we have benchmarks as well. Use primary input sources for VoIP_TX parts. Add DC dimming quick setting style, implement DC dimming preference, ROM changes for evolver settings and all those things. So that's everything about the changelog, but these videos are much more than changelogs, right? So I'm going to show you completely around the UI. Let me share the benchmark numbers and I'll tell you my experience as well. So first of all, as is the case with AOSP ROMs, if you ask me, the first thing is the smoothness. As you can see over here, not a single stutter, okay? That is what I like about AOSP ROMs. Even if you go to the recents over here, right? As you can see over here, it's rock solid, smooth, fast. And even if you talk about the icon app animations, just look at this. Why can't MIUI have this? I love when icons open up and close this smoothly as if it was a Snapdragon 888. That is what good software optimization can do to you. Right now, when we talk about the app drawer, pretty standard app drawer. So let's begin with the launcher over here. So let's press and hold over here. Let's go to home settings. Now let's go to about. It says version 11, so I believe this is a Pixel Experience or Pixel Experience based launcher. Pretty bare bones over here, but it still has some customizations, so you won't be disappointed. To the left, you do have Google Discover, and if you swipe from the top to bottom, you have your notification tiles. I'm using a red and black theme. If you don't like it, excuse me. Last time I was using yellow and black. So you have a CPU shortcut for running services over here. Okay, if you move down, you have a settings shortcut, and then you have an option to edit the notification tiles. Wow, that scrolled more than once. Now there is a reason Evolution X has a reputation, especially for the K20 Pro. It has a very good reputation. I've made quite a lot of videos. So you have a ton of customization options over here. NFC, so this device doesn't have NFC, but that's fine. Screencast and caffeine, CPU info, FPS info. You have game mode, heads up, reading mode, screenshot, storage, focus mode, which is just like Zen mode, live caption, screen recorder. Let's talk about the screen recorder over here. Very interesting factor. So let's say always agree. Let's go to settings over here and let's go to audio source. microphone audio, internal audio. Unfortunately, it is not allowing us to record the internal and external audio together, but nonetheless, let's actually go ahead and start the screen recording. And let me go ahead and check that once again, because this time when I clicked on it, okay, let's close this. Right, so if you can see over here, there are no stutters as such. The apps are running absolutely fine, and we do have screen recording going on as well. So no performance impact, although I don't see an internal audio or internal sound screen recording option present. Once the recording is done, you have an option to view or share it directly from there. So, you know, good when it comes to the screen recorder part. Now let's move on to the apps. Now this device does come bare bones with this particular ROM. It doesn't have a lot of applications, which is what makes Evolution X a little lighter on the foot, apart from other custom ROMs which are based on a lot of customization. So you do have the camera application, but it's a very basic camera application and it gets the job done. You know, I've not tried ANX camera on this. You can of course use Gcam. Now what we'll do is we will actually go ahead and dive into settings, and in settings, usually you would start from the top. I would start from the bottom. So if you go to About Phone and if you go to Android 11, Google Play System Update 1st January, Android Security Patch 5th June, Android version 11. Kernel is the latest Soviet kernel. This build is the latest, dated on the 10th of June 2021. Right? Now you have everything, all the info that you need there. Over here you have a slew of Android 11 settings which are laid out in a very organized manner, and I would not take you through the Wi-Fi settings, Bluetooth settings, this, that, because it is all the same across all the custom ROMs and I don't want to bore you guys. I want to be precise, so let's get to it. The important part is the evolver. Now when you talk about a ROM's, you know, customization potential and you see these many options, you would think one of the two things: either half of the things are broken over there, or either this ROM is amazing. For this ROM, it is the latter part. I have tried most of the options, you know, themes, right? If you go to themes, you have lock screen, clock style, and look at the amount of options. This is amazing. This is what Evolution X is known for. Dark theme, you can select what type of a dark theme you want, right? That is in your hand as well. Now we have Material Ocean, you have G Visual Mod, custom header, QS style settings, customized rounded corners and whatnot. That is just the first menu. You can go to status bar and you can change a ton of options over here as well. Moving on, you can go to notifications. You can customize a hell lot of notification settings. Then you have quick settings, power menu, gestures, lock screen, buttons, animations, and you have miscellaneous as well. And remember, this device does have a game mode with this particular ROM, so it will make your life even more better. Now moving on, apart from this, let's go to battery and see the thermal profile option. Right, so you do have optimization profiles is what they are calling it. So if you say go ahead and select games over here, you tap on this, no. So you have to go to the dedicated gaming mode, but you can select performance and whatnot. Now let me tell you, the benchmarks that I have run, I have not gone ahead and run them in benchmark or performance mode. I just wanted to use them in the normal mode and check it out. But if you ask me, if you talk about the battery life, you can see over here, last charge 18 hours ago, I barely used the phone. The phone is still at 25%. So the charging, the battery life is pretty good. And you know, I've not really had a problem using this device as my primary. You have digital well-being and a ton of other Android 11 options which are working as expected. So, you know, couple of takeaways before I actually go ahead and show you the benchmark numbers. The ROM is extremely smooth. It is based on OSS vendor, so you can try all the OSS kernels you wish. And I've not tried one thing on this, that is gaming. But if the ROM smoothness and benchmark numbers are to go by, the gaming performance should be pretty decent. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to go ahead and do a gaming live stream on PhoneOps Gaming, which is our new channel. Please go ahead and subscribe to us over there because we go live on that channel every day evening. Now let's talk about the benchmark numbers, which brings us to the gallery, which is Gallery Go. So first, of course, we have the throttle test application. Average score was 165, 169 GIPS. Nothing out of the ordinary, very normal score, but it did not disappoint. Antutu was 436,547. pretty decent score there, not good, not bad. And single core 737, multi-core 2513 in Geekbench as well. It might be a little bright because it is a white background, but all in all, what I'm trying to say is Evolution X, if you have the K20 Pro with the Soviet kernel, is something you should definitely try. I might give it a complete review in the next week or something when I have time from these two devices, but let me know in the comment section what you think about this video. Until the next one, this is Kailash signing off at PhoneOps. Keep smiling, take care, goodbye.